Mindfulness and meditation, the new opium of the people? Is meditation truly the ultimate answer to human suffering? If that were true, Jeff Bezos would be living in a monastery instead of raising Amazon Prime prices. We've been sold the idea that the key to mental peace is simply to be present, connect with the now, and avoid judging our thoughts. But there's a small problem. No one really knows what that means. Science tells us that the brain doesn't function like a PDF you can read in real time. Our minds are in a constant loop of memories, predictions, and associations. So if meditation is based on an idea that doesn't even have a solid neurological foundation, is it truly effective, or just another marketing scheme selling $200 meditation courses? How do we even measure if it works when there's no real consensus on what it actually is? And most importantly, isn't it paradoxical to spend money to relieve financial stress? Today on 277 Broadcast, we dissect mindfulness, its scientific validity, its absurd commercialization, and the irony of being charged to learn how to detach from money. What the hell is meditation anyway? To study something scientifically, we need a clear definition of what it is. But with mindfulness and meditation, we're on shakier ground than an ice rink covered in oil. Various and contradictory definitions. Some define mindfulness as intentionally paying attention to what you are doing without judgment, attachment, or rejection. Others describe it as intentionally focusing on the present moment without judgment. Some see it as a technique to train attention and awareness to achieve a clear and emotionally stable mind. Key question: if we can't even agree on what mindfulness is, how the hell are we supposed to measure its effectiveness? On the other hand, what's the difference between mindfulness and meditation? Meditation is an ancient practice found in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. Aims for enlightenment, spiritual connection, and deep understanding of existence. Mindfulness, a westernized version of Eastern meditative practices, popularized by Jon Kabat-Zinn in the 1970s as a stress reduction tool, stripped of its religious context to make it more digestible for Western audiences. Therefore, the West took Eastern spiritual practices, removed the mysticism, and sold them as quick fixes for modern stress. It's like buying Chinese food at a mall food court, a diluted, commercialized version of the original. The irony lies in commercialization, paying to learn detachment. Why has something so deeply personal become a full-blown industry? Have we really reached the point where breathing needs a subscription? Courses and workshops, 8-week programs teaching you how to be present for the low price of $500. Mobile apps, monthly subscriptions where a soothing voice reminds you to breathe. Spiritual retreats, weekend getaways in nature to meditate, disconnect, and empty your bank account. If mindfulness promotes detachment from material possessions, isn't it contradictory that learning it costs so much money? Here's a thought. Maybe some everyday activities do the exact same thing. Physical exercise, running, yoga, or even a simple walk can improve mood and reduce stress. Art and creativity, painting, writing, or playing an instrument helps process emotions and relax. Social connection, spending time with friends and family strengthens relationships and provides emotional support. Thus, you don't need to spend a fortune on mindfulness when countless free activities offer similar benefits for mental well-being. What do we take away from this? Meditation is not a scam, but its commercialization is. You don't need to be present to find peace. We don't even know what being present actually means. Understand your past, go to therapy, exercise, change the things you can, and do whatever works for you, even meditation, or that chimera they call mindfulness. But treat it as one option among many, not as the solution. Suffering isn't eliminated through detachment. Again, what detachment is. It needs action, real solutions, and most importantly, it doesn't need to pay $500 just to be told to take a deep breath and accept that life sucks. So the next time someone tells you that happiness comes from simply being present, ask them if their bank account is also simply detached from the profits they make selling you that idea. Subscribe to 277 Broadcast. And remember, if mindfulness truly transformed the world, billionaires would be in spiritual retreats instead of selling you meditation apps.